Here's the rhythm guitar part for the tune Them Changes, written by Buddy Miles, as played by Jimi Hendrix. I'll play it on a Strat with a neck pickup. Clean sound. The most important thing on this is your right hand. I mean, obviously you got to have the left hand clean in rhythm. But if you're going to get that really great rhythm guitar sound and tone, the looseness that Jimi Hendrix had, make sure that you use your right hand as a very loose, floating appendage. You know, you just want to let your arm hang off the horn of the guitar, off the body rather, and your fingers will be loose. If you have a tendency to clench them or to stiffen them up, you will not get the right tone. Hold the pick loosely. I suggest you use a medium pick to get the proper amount of air in your sound. A heavy pick will give you a lot of noise. And also, it'll have a little dark sound. You don't want that. We're not doing Texas blues here. So you're playing your E9 chord. Make sure you have that chord clear. It's critical when you voice this that you don't deaden or press down the 4th string in the 7th fret. You must maintain this DIP curvature right here. If you tend to go over like this, you'll deaden that 4th string and you won't be getting your natural 3rd in the chord. So make sure you arch that up properly. You will be hyperextending your ring finger. And then you can notice how my 2nd finger is deadening the 6th string. One other thing, the notation shows that the entire 5 voices are played when you play that 16th note. Well, I don't suggest you try to play that. It'll sound like an auto harp. Just hit 3 strings. A light upstroke brush. Again, going back to the right hand, that means that you've got to keep the DIP joint real loose here so that the pick will flex backward. Because if you try to go, see how it's harsh? It doesn't have the right sound, that looseness. Okay, you're playing over a straight 16th feel. Make sure you can do the first movement, 1 E and up, 2 E and 3 E and up, 4. Then you have a 16th rest. So you drop in your right palm, side of your palm, to dampen the string. Then you go over with your index finger, play the B, 7th fret of the 6th string with a downstroke. Then your 3rd finger comes in on the C sharp. While that C sharp's down, do you see how I slowly move my 1st finger over to the 5th string? Now what I just demonstrated is a great practice technique. You need to practice playing to be the slowest guitar player in town. What do I mean by that? So that you efficiently eliminate all of the excess motion. And you're not hopping these fingers up and down. I have a lot of students that tend to do that, and they have dampening problems. Obviously, it's not very efficient, so you drag your 1st finger over, do your hammer on. If you have problems with that 6th string ring, you hear that? That's because I didn't dampen properly. 2 ways you could dampen. Index finger. Do you see how the tip of my index finger is deadening the 6th string? I'm not right on the tip of my finger. So on this funk kind of rhythm, you're not playing right on the tips of your fingers. Your 1st finger especially is much more on the pad. Again, make sure you have those 16th notes crisp. And 3 and a 4. Make sure you can count these. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4. The 2nd measure is just an answer. This is a question-answer phrase. 2nd measure, 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 E and. Make sure that you don't do this. I'm going to play the 2nd measure incorrectly. They're not grace notes. They're strictly 16th notes. So you'd want to make sure that you could just play along with the click track and get your hammer-ons in rhythm. You see how I've got them real clean right in the pocket. Okay, I'll demonstrate it one more time, a little slower, and then you'll get an idea of what it could be like. Work on this and put it right in the pocket, and make sure you listen to the original recording.